on or Twitch and all the different ones.
Yeah, it'll be all from all over the place. But I'll let you know where they're from if I recognize them, and if not, they'll have to let me know.
Right on.
You make it, we play it. It's the Mad Love Mix. QSJ Radio. You are tuned into QSJ Radio, the home of the unsigned artist.
You could go with the girls. Yeah, you could go with me. You could go with the good old boys. It don't much matter, it's all good company. You could go in your boots. Put 'em on. You could go in your jeans. Pull 'em up. You could go in your yellow sundress. Either way, you're gorgeous gal to me. But anywhere you go, we're all going to the same old place. To a bonfire Friday night, throwing down our tailgates. Anywhere you go, it's all gonna be the same old thing. We can drink and pee 'em to the end. Anywhere you go.
Big shout out to everybody listening in. Tuned in to QSJRadio.com, home to the unsigned artist. Today we have a special guest, Raining. Listen, let me tell you, this dude traveled already all over the place, but we're gonna get to right now, what's going on now, and then we'll figure out the map of how they got to where they are now. All right, now let me tell you, it's a story. It's a story, and that's what we're here for. But Cody, Howell, right? I hope I'm saying that right.
Cody
He's
Howell.
Howell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my New York accent came out. So Cody is a newcomer to the country scene, but his credits are crazy. He was featured on Dolly Parton's rock album. Now he's introducing his own music with the world, to the world, which the single released last week, "Anyway You Go." That was part of the song that you guys heard right now. Right now, people are talking about that this song is basically a soundtrack for bonfires, small town things. There's a lot of strong voice in there. But if, for those who don't know, also, Kent Wells was part of this, right? If you guys don't know, Kent Wells is kind of like known a little bit around places. But that's a little bit of what's going on with his single. Cody, welcome to QSJ Radio. How are you doing today? Happy Halloween.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Doing pretty good, man. It's been a lot of run around this thing, so far, but doing my best to keep sleep and keep going, you know.
Yeah, you definitely got to stay healthy on this one. So, look, Cody, there's a lot of things I know about you that you probably don't think I do. So, another thing that I want to say is, what's up, shipmate? How you doing?
Oh yeah. Cool, man. Where's you at on the which
I just retired. Actually,
right on.
I did a lot of years. I didn't stay because I loved it. I stayed because of the family thing. Um, but I was a East Coast sailor. So
Nice.
I did that thing. I got to E6, stood there, didn't really go anymore. You know how the politics are.
Mhm.
So how was it for you? What was it? And if you guys don't know, like we're talking some veteran stuff here, right? Not 7-year
Yeah.
veteran, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
I
were
did
you?
I did 3 years on the Carl Vinson on the West Coast,
Okay.
and then got lucky to get into the special operations side of support for 3 more years. So then I went to East Coast. So I was probably up in I got a house still in Chesapeake that I rent
Oh,
out now, but yeah, so I was probably up
that's
there while you was maybe I'm guessing you was
about a
Norfolk or
red side.
something.
Yeah, I'm right here now. The house is in
Nice.
Chesapeake.
Hell yeah.
So, and going from the West Coast, going, East Coast and doing some special ops and things like you've seen a lot. Okay. Carl Vincent, whenever that year was, I believe they were operational, right? They were
Mhm.
operational when you was out there?
Yeah, we
Okay.
went and did a 10.5 month deployment
Okay.
over to the Arabian Gulf.
Okay.
Uh,
So
mhm.
and so you saw some of, things. Um I'm guessing that you brought the guitar with you, right?
Yeah, and there's one on the ship, and actually like 2 or 3 on the ship. But well, um, in our group, mass communication, whatever.
Yeah.
Like 28 of us doing our stuff, and so yeah, we had like 3 different guitars to pass around.
Oh, so you
But
was
yeah,
you was an MC on there.
yep.
Okay, so you know no shy guy to the camera, basically. You know.
Just go, yeah.
Oh, big shout out to everybody listening. He was mass communication guy. You guys just look it up, Google it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So, well, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
And
man.
one of
Thank you as
the
well.
yeah, you're welcome. One of the big things about musicians in the military is there's a lot of like heart. There's a lot of bringing home with the strum of the guitar and the sounds of the voice. Now I know that you did your service and you missed home and you probably got a lot of songs about home. Um, but when was the first time you actually like wanted to do this music thing?
So it's kind of before the Navy. It was like I was like 16, I think, if so, and just kind of I started listening to more songs and more music, I guess. So it wasn't like necessarily like any certain one. I feel like a lot of times whenever I think about it, it's like somehow music chose me. There
Oh,
must have been some sort of sound in the
yeah,
air.
yeah,
It just ding, and I was
yeah.
like, okay, I want to start doing this. So my dad had an extra guitar, so I started picking it up, playing it, learning to play, and just kind of started there.
And where's the hometown? Because we're mapping this whole thing, but where's hometown? Where is
I gotcha. It's Parsons, Kansas. It's down in the
Kansas?
southeast corner of Kansas, next to Oklahoma and Missouri. And we lived in town for a little while. Then we moved outside to the country over by Parsons Lake. And then, yeah, man. So good old Parsons, Kansas.
So for me around now, I'm looking at the map real quick, and country football. I'm thinking Cowboys.
Yeah, it was. So
Oh
it was
my
always
god.
Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs. My dad's from Texas, so we watched a lot of Dallas Cowboys. And
Okay.
then, Kansas City Chiefs are playing all the time, so
Okay.
I kind of just, I guess, go with both of those.
Okay.
But
We'll let that slide right now. I come from the
what's your
nine.
team?
My
You like Giants or
yeah,
Jets
yeah,
or
Giants. You already
Patriots?
know
Ah,
Giants.
okay.
Yeah. Let's. Shut up. But anyway, big shout out to everybody listening. I'm talking to Cody
we'll,
Howell.
we'll at least make it to the playoffs,
Yeah,
but we'll
yeah.
probably lose our first game like
Listen,
normal.
listen.
But
I feel bad because
yeah.
it's like you guys do so well, and then the choking hazard is serious.
Yeah. That's
So
some truth though. Yeah.
we're talking with Cody Howell. We like to guys introduce him. He got into music when he was a teen. Obviously, his dad had an extra guitar and things like that, but also inspiration through the music because sometimes it's the first song you hear and you're like, yeah, I could do that, or something that you constantly listen to. Who inspired you to make music?
That's that's kind of like I feel like maybe whenever I was like the music kind of chose me because if I like think back, like I don't, of course I'm 16 or so. I'm 31 now, but like right now, I guess it'd be like, I think it was almost the same place I kind of get a lot of my creativity from now. Right now, it's just like, I would call her like the lady in the wind. It's like whatever your imagination is, or however you get ideas like that. Um, and it's probably the same type of like multiple. Like there wasn't, it wasn't like a really cool one person story type thing that oh, I was hearing this person or this person. But I will toss these. I do like Randy Rogers' band, so I get a lot of inspiration from his stuff. Zane Williams, he's now in the Wilder Blue, and like some Brooks and Dunn and stuff. So I guess we could toss those names on there for like where the inspiration sort of came out of, I guess. But
so coming from going into the Navy and brushing up your skills there, and then when you get out, you want to actually pursue this music thing. You head all the way to the Music City. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but when I retired, I was scared. I was scared, and all I was doing was going home. You was like, yo, I'm going to Nashville. Now, was there in between things going on? Because the people that connected us together, they're kind of a big deal. So I'm kind of like, this dude just, how did this all happen?
Okay, so I can't. Right, so I had a band right before the Navy.
Okay.
Like a red dirt band in Kansas for about a year and a half while I was doing an associate's degree at the community college there for audio engineering. Then I finished that and was going to just go to Nashville. Then I was like, let me just give my time to the country real quick. So I went in I was going to try to do the 5 and get out. And then sure enough, ended up doing a couple more to fill the billet length, the second billet length. And then was there and was just like, I don't know, the lady in the wind just kept calling me back. So I was like, all right, guys, I'm getting out. And I have no clue. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to use this GI Bill for Belmont.
Okay.
At least that'll be at least some type of foundation. Didn't know anybody here.
That's crazy.
So, just moved down here. And then it was probably about like, and see, I don't want to try to exaggerate, but it seems like it had to be like 30 to 50 people meeting. I was meeting every night for like a year and a half.
Wow.
So I don't know how many people that would be, but it was just constantly, I say it like this. If you go to a bar and you give your number to the hottest girl, you don't got good chances. But you give your number to the 10 hottest girls, you got a good chance that one of them might, hit you back up. So that was kind of my game plan for coming to Nashville.
That's crazy.
So I just, net.
I hope he wasn't house hopping. I hope he wasn't house hopping. Oh my God. But anyways, that's a story right there. Big shout out to everybody listening. If you guys just tuning in, we're talking to Cody Howell. You can find him all over the place, Cody Howell Music. Definitely on the Instagram and all social medias. Now, I know that you didn't just have one song. You had to come up with something. Mm-hmm. And now, I've seen a lot of lives, and you that live thing, it's like you're comfortable on stage. I'm sure you still get a little scared here and there, but when it comes to like creating, like how hard is that? Where you're seeing you're in the Music City, you're hearing all these new sounds and some old school sounds, and it's got to be kind of like difficult to try to come up with your own stuff.
I guess so. Like, part of it that might be help is like being homeschooled, and like kind of not necessarily being sheltered, but kind of like having a lot more time growing up to just in my own head and in my own brain, finding who I am and what I am.
Yeah.
And so I still have really good parts of my imagination, I guess, that I kind of go to.
Oh, nice.
So for a while, I'd come in here into this spare bedroom up in Ashland City, but and just zone out, kind of go to wherever the imagination took me. So there will be some ways, and then other ways it's just playing on the guitar and that kind of sounds cool, and then the tune somehow almost sounds like words some of them come out right there. Some of them come out, over the course of a month. I've written about 300 songs or so.
300.
So I mean,
Oof.
if you just start going and going and going, then some of them you write and then you never even look at again, because the next day you may be like, okay, wait, yeah, that was stupid. It's good though, but
That's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I think it's just all sorts of different ways, and yeah, the different sounds in Nashville too. That's really cool because there's so many writers rounds, and then just people that sometimes their life has a story that they tell you. Like especially like after a show or something too, someone will tell me something. I'm like, whoa, okay, like it's what something meant to them or something, but puts a whole new perspective that I remember. So I end up incorporating that.
That's love, man. You went out there and started grinding heavy. Shout out to that. Shout out to Cody, man. Cause I'll go and
Thanks, man.
I'll take a picture by one of these. They always got some kind of statue on the block. I remember going to Nashville and going down the strip. I think it's called. I don't even know if it's a strip, but anyways, I went down there and took a picture with everything, and because we had some teens with us, we couldn't get in the bars. I mean, it was whatever. But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening. Cody Howell is in the building. If you guys didn't hear earlier, we talked about, he spent his time in the service, went ahead and got out and started a music career. And believe it or not, it is taking off. TV time is starting. Interviews with everybody. Getting in the studio with legends. It seems to be working, but for you, it seemed like modesty at its best. And do you see the love? I seen something earlier this week where you were like, it's not even a week yet, and I'm loving the love that I'm getting from these. Like, do you see what's going on? Do you see that it's working?
I don't know if it set in kind of necessarily yet because I'm still on the hunt, still on the grind. So, like we got this EP working and whatnot, but if this has to be successful in order for another one.
Yeah.
So. I think my brain is still kind of driven in, okay, get this next, keep going. But I see, oh, wait, okay, that's cool. That's crazy. Like that people are liking my song and stuff like that. So I'm like, I see it, but my brain is still kind of in there to just make sure that the next one comes out, it's better. And the next one comes out, it's better. And,
nice. Nice. Listen, Cody, let me tell you, this song is so lovely. And I'm sure it's going to be, played in some places, especially during the holiday season. So that's going to be love. Cody, we're trying to figure this out real quick, okay? What's your plan right now? You said something about an EP just now. What's the next 3 to 4 months look like for you?
So I'm going to college right now, so we got one more month of that, or in this semester, getting everything ready for this next semester as well.
Okay.
And then just bought a house.
Okay,
so
congratulations.
Thanks, man. Oh yeah. So I got that flooring. I was sitting there doing the flooring and getting everything else ready, doing all the little tiny remodel stuff that needs to happen for that. That's going to be here the next month, 2 months. I'm just going to be all my extra time's going there. So we got this one release, so it's following on that to make sure we keep getting better merch items and better and just get that whole sales process started. And then we're working on the next song. So I think we're going with Midwestern Pearl next.
Okay.
So it's finding okay, do we do music video? Do we do lyric video? Do we get this? We just got it mixed in Adobe Atmos. And then we had Mark Needham. Mark Needham mixed it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. So we got Kent Wells produced it. And thanks again to Kent Wells. And for everybody else, he's like he produces Dolly Parton. So whenever she's doing a rock star album, he hit me up to come in and do some background vocals. So I was kind of pretty blessed to be a part of that. But
That's legendary.
anyhow, so
That's legendary.
yeah, he is, man.
Wow,
I-
that is crazy. Now, Cody, did you think that going to Nashville it'd be this serious though? You know, it's kind of scary to think about what your first few months were when you went out there, but now it's like you're Nashville. You're a Nashville kid.
Yeah, man. It is scary, I guess, because I mean, you're making your own path. You know, you're not like working for someone else. And so, like, if a day I'd be lazy on, well, that's a day I don't get back. You know, like it's like it's different being your own boss, I guess, in a way, and trying to make sure everything works, and then you're also what you put out is a reflection of what you are and what you're doing. And so it's like,
Oh, I heard those words before.
yeah, I bet.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in at QSJRadio.com. To the unsigned artist. Cody Howell is here talking to us about his new single. We're going to play a little bit of it, but I really want you guys to go ahead, go stream it. It's all over the place right now, especially on specifically on Spotify. If anything, go over there real quick. We're going to play a little bit about it. Anywhere you go, Cody Howell on QSJRadio.com.
You could go with the girls. Yeah, you could go with me. You could go with the good old boys. It don't much matter, it's all good company. You could go in your boots. Put 'em on. You could go in your jeans. Pull 'em up. You could go in your yellow sundress. Either way, you're a gorgeous gal to me. But anywhere you go, we're all going to the same old place. To a bonfire Friday night, throwing down our tailgates. Anywhere you go, it's all gonna be the same old thing. We can drink and pee into the air. Anywhere you go, you could
That was Anyway You Go on QSJ Radio. That was Cody Howell, fresh out of Tennessee, by way of Kansas, on board USS whatever, and then ended up on the East Coast. But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Would You Rather. Would you play that? You know that game?
Yeah.
Okay, so just a few
Oh,
questions.
okay. This should be fun then. Maybe.
These are random. I'm sure that you probably heard some of these, you know, as much as you go out. But let's start this right
I
here.
call this one a banker's bonus.
Ooh, what the?
All is fair in my
Okay, that was
Say goodbye to Parkway.
all right. Let me do that. Okay. Here it is. Would you rather that the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
I think I would go with organic, because if they were robotic, that would mean that the organic ones were probably already somewhere else and they made them.
Yeah.
So I think we'd have better chances at defeating them if they were organic.
Yeah, for real. I don't want a damn transformer coming. You know what I mean? Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
I think read probably. then I can still ask questions.
Oh, nice. Would you rather have?
Is this how I'm supposed to answer 'em?
Yeah,
Like with the answer and a little
real
reason?
quick. Yeah, nothing,
Okay.
nothing too crazy. Would you rather have a golden voice or a silver tongue? Let's get serious.
What's a silver tongue?
I don't
What is
even
a
know.
silver tongue?
Let me go to the browser for that. Hold on a second. All right, silver.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, me neither. Let's get serious. Silver tongue, a tendency to be eloquent and persuasive in speaking.
Ooh, that's crazy that it asked this because I think in my line of work right now, I think the golden voice is going to suit me better. So,
Yo, shout out to the golden voice. And you do got a golden voice. Shout out to that.
thanks, man.
Would you rather be covered in fur or in scales? Ew. Gross.
Yeah.
I thought I have fur already. You got fur. You letting that fur grow. I know the vibes, bro.
Yeah, man. I guess it's cold right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go with fur.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's no reason to expect other than that.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, be careful
Scales.
out there. Scales, maybe. I don't know. Maybe in
Then
a
they'd be
costume.
calling you a lizard man.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that? That's the conspiracy thing, the lizard man conspiracy.
Never do I want to be a conspiracy. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
What was the first one?
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? I feel like it's the same thing.
I think I'd go to the jail for a year.
Yeah,
That was probably close to what it was like on the Carl Vincent for the first year. Before and then.
I know the
No,
vibes, bro. I know the vibes.
They called it Cell Block 70.
Yo, let me tell you, I
70.
always thought that I was in jail getting paid.
Yeah,
I always thought that. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
I'm gonna have to go with maybe 10 minutes late because 20 minutes early. Because if I got like 7 things to do that day, that means 7 times 20. I wasted all that time. So if I'm 10 minutes late, okay, I'm wasting I guess somebody else's 10 minutes of life. So that may be a little greedy. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go with the 20 minutes early.
Listen, we did it at least one time in our life.
I don't know.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
The history, I think. Man, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's deep. Because
I could touch like a lot of artifacts and stuff.
Because that kind of stuff always gets to me too.
I could touch the pyramids and didn't know if the aliens were.
Yo, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Love it. I love it. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality?
I think I'll do the 6 with the amazing personality.
Yeah.
I don't know how well I could. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And then it gets into your life, you know.
Listen.
So.
You remember our friends, because everybody went through this. You remember our friends that had the 10?
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. It was never worth it. It was never worth it.
I like my peace, man. Yeah.
Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again?
Oh. I hate lines. I'm gonna have to go with stand in lines again. But freaking traffic light sounds good though. But I'm gonna go stand in lines. I hate standing in lines.
I can't do the. I get it. I want to get somewhere fast, But imagine if you're like, no matter what I do, I'm gonna get the green light. Like that's comfort. That's a settlement for comfort right there, right? So
That would be cool. So you're thinking take the green light and then just try to avoid lines?
well, I'm saying I'd rather be online again. I won't take onlines again. But if I had the green lights, I get it. You know, you got to get to where you want to go. But I think that also is a dangerous deal. I think that's a dangerous deal. I'm thinking too deep. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, what if you chose that one? So where you're driving,
Yeah.
all of a sudden the light turns green for you and somebody else dies because of it. And so that was because you got that option.
Oh my god.
There's like cars wrecking and smash each other, and it's all because of this like
Oh my god. Shout out to the Night Owls. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here talking to Cody. We are in the middle of our fast round right now. We're getting some deep questions here. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
enter of a drug that cures a deadly disease. Um, that'd be really cool, but I think I'd be saying it out of just because I would want like, okay, well here, take this Hal pill and get your disease cured. And that would be legacy type stuff that would be cool to have my name on it, but which would be better adventuring? Being the first person on the planet.
Word.
I think I'm gonna have to go with that, maybe.
Yeah, I've been trying to get off Earth for a little bit. It's a crazy place out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just send me tacos. We'll be fine.
Get on that the Elon Musk shuttle up to
Yeah, we
Mars,
out.
man.
Yeah, straight up. We out. In about what, 20 years? What?
Something.
Would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music or be forced to sing along to any song you heard? Wow, isn't that like nightlife for you?
Yes, I'd sing along with that song, man. I'm not much of a dancer, but I kind of try to get in there. I do like this 8-second dance where like, you just do like this for like 8 seconds, then you stop. And then you kind of look like you know how to dance, but no one really knows that you don't know how to dance. But I'm already doing the singing thing, so I'm just gonna, go with the singing thing.
We got a question out of Chicago. This is Inuyasha doing it out of Twitch. Would you rather have baked mac and cheese or Kraft from the box stovetop mac and cheese? Isn't that the same thing?
No, I think so. Baked mac and cheese, I think, is that when they put it in the
Tupperware,
like the cake pan,
or
whatever it is, and then it's like I don't know, like it's like Thanksgiving, and then you got it's like a whole like pan like this long, it's just full of mac and cheese, versus if it's in the little pot or the
one that you gotta
thing,
like you gotta scoop with a spoon.
Mm-hmm. Well, because the one on the stovetop, it has like the powdered cheese, I think.
Yeah.
And then the baked one, it has like real cheese in it.
Okay. So which one are you taking?
I think I'm going to go with the baked mac and cheese. Who is that? Thanks for that question.
That was Eddie out of Chicago. Thank you so much for giving us that question. We got a few more here. Would you rather move to a new city? Hold on. Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in?
Oh.
What would life be if you never left town?
I know, dude. That's crazy because there's some people that haven't left town. I go back to my hometown. I'm like, oh, you're still here, man?
Bro.
Well, right on, man.
Telling you better be the sheriff. What the fuck?
I guess they probably have left, but they still live in. I think I would have to go like the whole life. I think I would have to go to the different city because I probably maybe get, I don't know how many towns are in America, but I mean, United States, right? I might get to all those cities or towns before dying. So,
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's just going to be random. I could be over in Italy one day and then Australia the next. Boom, now I'm back in.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the new ones. That'll be more of an adventure.
It is, and you know, it goes back to a veteran's story, right? Leaving town probably opens your eyes to a lot of things, and sometimes it shuts your eyes to a lot of things. So, yeah, you guys got to understand. If you've never been somewhere, just go, just go. If
That's
you,
true. Dude, I chose Navy because I was in Kansas and I wanted to see the ocean.
yeah, you was in the heartland. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then we meet all these Americans and we find out, damn, that's a bunch of dickheads. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're not going there, people. Let me tell you, you just cannot put everybody in the same place. Even though we made it work, we did. We made it work.
Yeah.
But whew, let me tell you. All right, let me get a few more in. Would you rather live in a virtual reality where you are all powerful, or live in the real world and be able to go anywhere but not be able to interact with anyone or anything? What? Am I a freaking tree?
That's it's just a
What the
tree, man. Yeah. Like a freaking plant.
hell to the
I think,
nah?
yeah, I think I'd have to interact with something. So,
Yeah, nah.
yeah.
I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
what? I'll take now. Let's pass on that. That's crazy. And shout out to the trees, man. They got a lonely life. Would you rather humans discover a signal from intelligent life from another planet, or figure out how to extend human life for another 100 years? I feel like these are repeating.
Man, I think we've already maybe possibly gotten a signal from things. Haven't there? Or is it? I don't know if that's real or not, but
Yes.
it seems like every year there's a story out like,
Oh
new
my
signal.
god, serious, and from a credible source, not like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I saw one last week. I'm like, but they said it was like a millisecond. I'm like, listen, that was a 1990 Honda Civic. That little
Somehow it
Get
hit
a-
something back.
yeah, that was not a millisecond. Shut up, bro. Give me something.
Like, yeah, like they got so much information in a millisecond because somehow time is going to be different. Then it just goes crazy into.
Ooh, we got a radio signal from somewhere. Like, no, you didn't. But I want to believe we did. I do, but a millisecond, unless somebody got to tell me, show me this. But anyways,
yeah. So we're gonna go with the 100 years.
100 years. Yeah. Give me 100 years. Yeah. I got to be a healthy 100 years though. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, dang. That's like another thing. Like, oh shoot, should I choose this option?
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I'm like sitting there. No. Oh, that becomes, would you rather like have a life where you can't interact with people? Because people, after a certain while, people don't want to interact with old people, which is crazy, and then they send them away. But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening.
Funny. That's not funny.
It's not funny, but it's
it's real though.
It's so horrible. Humans are trash. Humans are trash. Anyways, I love humans. I love and hate relationship. Big shout out to everybody listening in. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. We are on the air right now with Cody Howell. Howell, right? Howell?
Yeah, Howell.
No,
Yep.
like
Cody Howell. Or like Cody. Cody Howell.
Cody. So I see that you got your own merch going on right now. You're wearing that hat. I love that hat. Where's some places that they can find you at if you wanted to interact with anybody?
Yeah, so on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, it's Cody Howell Country at Cody Howell Country. And then merch and stuff. I got my website and with all the links there too, codyhowellcountry.com. We only got a small amount of merch items up right now, but we're continuing to get more and more. So, yeah, just stay in there and check it out. If you like something, go ahead
Bro,
and
I'm
buy,
I'm
buy,
on it.
buy, buy.
I'm on it. I'm telling you. I was peeping that hat for a little bit. I'm like, yo, that's so fire. I feel like it's like your own like handwriting, but it's whatever.
I
Uh,
signed my well, I do sign my initials like this, but I went through like 80 designs before I
oh,
came up with
okay.
this one for Cody Howe, but it's cool, I think. It's catchy.
Cody, this is a different kind of life, right? From the fast pace, listening to a whole bunch of people, to kind of like creating your own ways, and paths. One of the craziest things that I have questions about, especially because you're still looking for the big gig, which you have a few of them already. Um, how is this process of like releasing music? It's not the same. Like I'm sure you met a whole bunch of musicians and they make something that same night they posted it on SoundCloud or something, or some place where they can do this. Right now I feel like there's a strategic way you're doing things. Has that been hard, especially because you have so many songs that are waiting to for you're waiting to release them, like, oh man, like, I want this one to go, because I feel like you got like 30 meetings and a whole bunch of things going on, and I'm like, oh my god, I left. Well, I retired, so I don't have any more meetings, and now, now this is different. This is a mission for you. How's this process for you? How are you taking it in? And is there really a process, or you're just going with the flow?
Yeah, there's definitely like a strategic process to some degree because that process can be something happens and it's like, oh wait, maybe smarter to do this right now. So there's like a general plan, and then in that general plan, all the in-depth plans. Uh, but yeah, it was like last year we recorded the first one, and I was like, oh, let's just release this, release this, release this. It's like, okay, wait a second. No, wait, let's start getting the whole package together a little bit. So we kind of just been kind of doing some of the recording the songs and figuring out which ones are better, which ones we should go with. Kind of this whole kind of last year, and then going recording them. Okay, wait, let's switch this sound up. And then getting with the Burning Ground Entertainment and everything for distro and management. So we've been working on that, and then going through and like it's like everything I'm learning right now. It's like, okay, it's not a failure if you learn from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so like all the little spots that oh man, that didn't go quite according to plan. Okay, I just get it better for next time. Get it better for next time. And so there was some more. There was some stuff I wanted to get, but it was better for time to do it this way.
yeah.
Because I wanted to try to do release 2 songs before like Christmas music, but it'd just be uh like you wouldn't have the a good foundation to then toss in another one
Yeah.
before Christmas music already kind of runs in, and then well, there you just lost half your audience. But
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like, okay, get one out. All right, now let's push for this other one. So there's all that strategy stuff in
Yeah.
there. And then it's sometimes just going on the fly. Just wait, whoops, we didn't see that coming. Okay, wait, let's do this real quick. And so yeah, I
And
think that's in most everything though.
yeah. And the reason I bring it up is because our show, the whole thing is trying to give the unsigned artist a view of what it is to actually be working on these things, right? Like, things are
Mhm.
not going to go according to plan. Yes, if you do it yourself, it's going to look like you're doing it yourself. It's definitely going to look like it. If you have a team, it's such a preparedness. There's so sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Now, I know that no one has control of your social media, right? I hope you can still be yourself, but is social media becoming hard?
It's like a full-time job, it feels like. But since management starts to do some posts for me, I just have control over all that stuff. It's not like they just
Yeah, yeah,
post what Uh, it's like every day now you're thinking, okay, wait, I need to get this other, and then you start waiting. Am I going too far into this social media stuff? Like where it's like, let me just live for a second,
yeah.
It's like, okay, well, every event, everything you're supposed to get photos of, you're supposed to, just to post out there. So it kind of ends up becoming a little bit of a not a full time job, but just another thing tacked onto your brain
Yeah.
in the daytime
Oh
to
man,
I don't know.
that's
It's probably maybe the same with you. I don't know.
yeah, it is.
Uh,
But I'll tell you, I quit that job. Like I quit that job, bro. Like, come on, man. Like I gotta. I feel like the more positive that you bring out, the more negative reaction, right? And then the more negative you bring out is the more positive reaction you get out. So I'm in a frame right now where if I am able to mow my grass, I'm good, right? That's it. I want to have
yeah.
these conversations. I want to bring people's stories out. I can do that. But my end goal is to be able to mow the grass, right? And I can post about the grass. I can do whatever, but then I'm a grass man, and then I go I go somewhere else where I'm like it's just like I don't have a management like certain people, which is fine. It's whatever. I don't care,
Mhm.
but it is hard, and that's why I asked that because I think a lot of people, when they are unsigned and they do feel like they have a free will, that they forget that there's a strategy to social media because what are you as an artist trying to present to people, and people forget that part. Now yes, you can show your
Yeah.
individuality, you can show whatever, but until you get the outlet, I really wouldn't say too much. It's not like you're being fake. It's just you got to realize that the people that you're trying to introduce are fans, and as soon as you hurt one fan's feelings, it's going to continue, and it's going to continue. But I get it. Some feelings get hurt regardless of what we do, and it kind of sucks. That's why it's hard for me to be on social media. It's hard. It's just hard. I got late night phone calls when I talk to people, and they say, yes, it's hard. It's hard. It's not even a game. But anyways, not enough about that. I got one more question for you before I let you go, okay? Because this has been really good and fun. You went all the way to Music City. You didn't know anybody there, but now you know a lot of people, right? During the grind, you start meeting new artists. Some people are in over their heads, some people don't know what to do. Now you're kind of almost like a veteran. You're seeing a lot of things, and I don't mean veteran in like our veteran. You're like a veteran in the music business right now. You kind of see this differently. Have you ever had this conversation? And if you ever had this conversation with a new amateur artist, a band or something like that, what is some of the advice that you would give them?
So yeah, I kind of looked this up a little bit. Like I'm moving over here, and okay, like the other artists, in their pathway, and most of it's all different every time. So like right now, you can and a lot of people do. They get over here and you can do like riders rounds and stuff like that to get into, but you don't want to be stuck too much in the same place doing the riders round. You don't want to get stuck downtown just doing cover songs. So like it's to me and my thing is it's like don't do too much of the same thing over and over and over, and because all of a sudden it's going to be a year and it still ain't working. But it's so easy to kind of get trapped into trying the same thing over and over. Like, oh, maybe I'll just get lucky one of these days. It's like, no one's going to come to your door and knock on it, like, so, it's a forever grind. I feel like, cause I'm still, okay, what's the next thing? What other thing can I get into, So like, I feel like the second you kind of relax on it, well, it's going to take you a second to get that momentum back going. So, but that's good. And then just having a solid foundation of who you are, that's like super important, I feel like, because anytime you feel like you get off, you can just go back to that foundation.
Yeah.
Because you get in over your head, other things will go messy, and you want to be the coolest guy in the most hectic situation. You want to have your head on your shoulders and not get all nutsed out. So, and we all have times like that and stuff. But yeah. You just boom back to the foundation. Okay, and span from there. I don't know. That's how I guess.
Yeah,
to say,
that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. I appreciate that. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. This was Cody Howell. He was talking to us about his new single, Anyway You Go. And of course, we ventured off into finding out so much about him. Kansas, joined the Navy to see the ocean, saw so much more, and ended up back in the country with a guitar and is just rising star and even though he's a newcomer in the country, he has been around so many great people and legends. I'm extremely proud that you went out there and did your thing, and you continue to go and do your thing. I'm going to say it because I don't think a lot of people say it in your interviews. Happy Veterans Day when the time comes,
Yeah, to you as well, man.
Yeah. And I had to call the VA today, like, where's my VAH? I had to, but
what's going on? I had to do that last month for the GI Bill.
Oh man!
Because I was like, dude, what's going on? Yeah. They've been good each month, and this one they're like, oh, this one's late. This one's late.
Yeah. I had to. I called the guy. I was like, looking, bro. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but and then that's when I realized that it's good to have some benefits and things like that. And shout out to the ones before us that made this all happen. That's definitely their deal. Cody, the single is out right now. It's all over the place. We love it. We're definitely gonna throw it on rotation here. Man, I can't wait to hear more music as the time comes.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we should be January, February getting the next one going. So that should be good. And thanks for having me on the show too. Whenever I get down to did they say it Norfolk? Whatever. Whenever I get down there over there to Chesapeake, check on the house or something.
When you go check on the house, hit me up, okay? Yeah. I will go. Okay. Norfolk. I don't even know how they say it, bro.
3 years I lived there and I still don't know.
Cody, thank you so much for coming to QSJ Radio.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, we'll talk soon.
Hell yeah.
Go with me. You could go with good company. You could go in your boots. Put 'em on. You could go in your jeans. Pull 'em up. You could go in your yellow sundress. Either way, you're a gorgeous gal to me. But anywhere you go, we're all going to the same.
Follow QSJ on all social media platforms for updates, content, and because I said so.